This is gonna be a serious video. So I'm gonna first take off these silly glasses. That's much better now. Normally this would be a great day for me as a gamer. A great day. But as much as I wanted to be excited and thrilled about my latest acquisition, I'm not. And it's not something that has to do with me, but with the item in question. If you by any chance have followed my adventurous pickups lately, you would see that I spent a few money on some hardware that I deemed worthy of my attention, worthy of my worthy to be parts of my small collection. And I've run out of money. I had some a small budget dedicated to this this silly project, and I wanted to finish this this part of my this wave of hardware collection with a console. And I've said many times in the past that I wasn't looking forward to getting a current gen console. I find them absolutely worthless. Not per se, not in general, but for me personally, they don't have anything to offer to me. Because for me, a console is worth getting so long as it has a long and fine a selection of exclusive titles that you will not find anywhere else on any other platform. So, or this console has just one game that's so good and you want it so badly that you have to buy the machine itself. A reason, a must-have. A game that you can play for a long time, and you will get the console just for this game, just for this one game. It was something that I did with the PlayStation 2. I have just a handful of games for the PlayStation 2, and the reason I got it is to play Gran Turismo 4, because it's a grind kind of game. You know, the acquisition of new cars, the advancement in the tiers of your the driver's license, all these challenges. You played for years, and I for small bursts of gameplay, and it never gets old. I can go back and do more time lapse. I'm sorry, in certain circuits, and try to beat my old records with other cars. For example, the famous Nordschleife, the Nürburgring circuit, never gets old. These are classic games. So yeah, for the current gen of consoles, what is there to long for, to anticipate? For the PlayStation 4, what? Bloodborne? I don't know. The new Uncharted, okay. The remake of The Last of Us. It's just a high-def version of the old game on the PS3, which I played. And it's a story-driven game. There are no surprises there. I wouldn't buy a €350 console just for an HD remake of an old game. So yeah, the whole situation is highly problematic. And I'm saying all this, I'm doing this long introduction just to contradict myself, because today I went and I finally bought the Xbox One. And I got it from a guy who had bought it. It still has the price tag, $399, and it's in excellent condition. There's nothing, the slightest, the protecting foam, everything is like new. You can even smell the plastic of the wrappings and everything. All the even the controllers, the cables, everything are in their original plastic baggage. It's like new. It was hardly used, and the guy, and I'm coming back to what I told you, that this period of time is very, very hard for Greek people. They are giving away many of their valuable stuff to get their hands on some cash. And this guy, he was a very, very gentle and very, very positive guy. He has 2 little kids. One is baby, and the other one is I think 2 years old. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is that this guy had to sell some of his stuff to get some cash for his family. Things are very, very, very tough, and that's why I can get with a few hundred euros. I got a dozen or more systems, some rare systems, old and new, and there are still a few other pieces of hardware I'm waiting for the following weeks, that I have already ordered very, very cheaply, because people here in Greece are selling off their valuable electronics, the valuable stuff, jewelry, everything, to get their hands on some cash, because they lose their jobs, they are paid less, the salaries have crumbled, pensions are being trimmed, businesses are closing one after the other, taxes are getting ridiculous. Yeah, even if you make 10-15,000 a year, you're considered to be well off. You're considered to be lucky, and still then still at this situation you have to pay taxes. Taxes that have absolutely no return in health, in public insurance, in quality of life, in the maintenance of roads, the municipal, infrastructure. No, it's money that goes into the black hole of the national debt. So it's I'm glad that in this particular instance I'm able to get some stuff that I couldn't in my previous years, but at the same time people are giving it off so cheaply that it makes me feel a little uncomfortable. So so this thing, combined with the fact that this console, the Xbox One, is not something really special. It wasn't like, you know, the 360 back in 2004 that it was announced. It was the first multi-core consumer system. Back then, I don't think that even Intel had released the first dual-core processor. There weren't any multi-core processors available for PCs back then, and the 360 had dual or triple core. I think it was triple core, and it was the first system with new unified shader technology in the GPU. Something that was only after a few months from the release of the Xbox 360 was implemented in graphics cards for the PC. So it was cutting-edge technology back then. But the Xbox One now is what? It's just a PC with an APU, an AMD APU, which is outdated. There's nothing special about it. There's no something magical in the technology, like you know, the RSX synthesizer of the old PS2, or the cell processor, the IBM cell processor of the PS3 that was a pain in the ass for the developers, but it was an innovation. And you could make, if you could harness this technology, you could make marvelous games. That if you see some of the latest games that came out from on the PS3, especially from the studio that it was a California-based studio. I don't remember the name, that produced the God of War series. You see these games on the PS3, and of course Naughty Dog, that made the Uncharted series. You see these games even today, and tell to yourself, you know, the PS3 is capable of running such quality games with so amazing graphics and animation and you know, complexity. And yeah, but you see today, you know, I think the magic of the past generations in gaming has gone missing, is AWOL. It's somewhere lost in the translation, lost in the somewhere lost along the way. Now, coming back to you know, to the Xbox One, if you take a look at the Wikipedia page that lists the exclusives, there's so few exclusives for the Xbox One, and some of them, you know, the console cost me 230 euros. Initially I bought it for a present to give to my nephew Alex, the sweet kid that you saw in my previous video, and I already had had gotten the console, but in the meantime, he decided that he would build his own PC, so I couldn't take the money from the seller of the Xbox, so I decided to keep the console for myself and help my nephew buy the the components that he wants to build his gaming PC. So for 230 euros I got the Xbox One as new, and along with four top quality games. And to come back to this exclusive thing, you know, I'm holding 4 games that constitute a large portion of the exclusives of the Xbox One. It's a ludicrous situation. I mean, we have Forza Horizon 2. This is a game I would gladly get the Xbox One just for this game alone. I was absolutely blown away with the first Forza Horizon for the Xbox 360, and when I saw the trailers for this thing and the comparison, the graphics comparison, it was night and day. And I thought to myself, wow, if Forza Horizon 2 looks so much more gorgeous than the first, which completely blew me away in the 360, I mean, how much better can this game look? So yeah, this is one exclusive. Of course, the other big exclusive is the Halo series, Halo 5, okay, which I don't find exciting these days, because they have you know, they have Halo now is by the book franchise, okay. It suffers from the Call of Duty syndrome. There is no innovation anymore, and the if you've seen one shooter these days, you've seen them all. It's all about the multiplayer, which I'm not interested in. Everything is about multiplayer, about getting stuff via microtransactions. They have this system, I don't recall it. They have a special buzzword for you know, in-game purchases for Halo 5, which I hate. It's only for gullible people, and for people that want to have they want to win their games by paying for extra guns, extra ammunition, extra experience, I don't know what. And I hate this kind of approach. And so Halo, yeah, I haven't even played Halo 4 on the 360, so I'm not so enthusiastic about Halo now. There's nothing new for this. And the single player campaign, from what I've seen and heard and read, is mediocre. Yeah. So, but this is one exclusive. The other exclusive is Halo: The Master Chief Collection, which really is just a remake of the original titles for the Xbox One, for the original Xbox and the 360. And this, okay, they have done a nice job, I think, remaking the old classics. But again, it's not something new. It's not a new IP. What other exclusives are there? There was to be Rise, Son of Rome, which now is a Windows title as well. Killer Instinct, okay, it's not something special. Just one fighting game among hundreds and thousands of other of other games. And there are other kinds of ridiculous exclusives, like this Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider, the Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is okay, a good game, but it's a timed exclusive. What's a timed exclusive? Just exclusive for a limited period of time, for just a few months. How stupid is that? And then it was released for the other systems. And I remember a very telling video by was Mark Lactobacillus, who showed when this game was released and he bought it on release. This game was unplayable. It was plagued with so many bugs that yeah. I mean, what is there to look for in Xbox One? What is there to look for? What's there to expect? Of course, I'm gonna buy Forza Motorsport 6, and I don't see myself playing hard on this one, playing intensively, apart from the racing games, the Forza games. So yeah, all this combined things. I mean, the fact that I bought this console for my nephew, who then chose the PC, and then I reluctantly took the console for myself, although I didn't plan it, and the fact that I got it from this wonderful guy who didn't really want to part with it. He told me that he didn't care, but I could see from his from his expressions, from his eagerness to meet me and to close the deal quickly and to have the money, that he urgently needed the money, and I felt really uncomfortable. I hope I helped him a little, patch a financial hole with this for this money. With this money, help him make ends meet. But all this stuff together take away from the excitement that I was supposed to be feeling, getting this new shiny console, this next gen console, and especially in a period of time that I'm rediscovering the hidden gems and the all this wonderful landscape of retro games, and I want to invest more of my time getting acquainted with these systems and the games I have never played, even if my playing time is relegated to a few minutes every time, and doesn't mean that I will invest heavily on these kinds of games. So yeah, I will remain most of the time. I will remain firmly on the PC side, and I am waiting on a deal to be confirmed, to have to get a HOTAS, a throttle and joystick for Elite. I didn't have I wanted to buy a joystick to get back into Elite because I've left it. It's been months since I took up Elite Elite Dangerous, and I was getting the hang of it. I started exploring the galaxy. I had my first serious cash coming in. I upgraded my ship. I bought two more starships, I think. And just as things were getting interesting, I had my old Sidewinder joystick completely broken down, and it's unusable now. It has lost the main mechanism it's cracked, so it's beyond repair. And anyway, it was worn off, and the controls were very jerky. So I'm hoping of getting a deal on an X52 from Cytec to get back on the game with Elite Dangerous. And so yeah, the Xbox One was not on my radar. It was not something that I was looking forward to. Seriously, I don't know where this console situation is going. I think perhaps I'm talking shit, but I want to be more optimistic about this, but I feel like the consoles, this generation of consoles, is gonna be the tombstone for gaming. I think these consoles are going to ruin things, not just for seasoned veterans, for old school gamers, but for everyone. I think from now on, especially with the recent announcements of an advanced version of the PlayStation 4, I'm afraid that the whole concept of a long-lasting generation of consoles, unaltered consoles, is going to be tossed out of the window, and we're gonna go to another form of hardware development cycle, more and more intense, so that you are not obliged, you are forced to change hardware very soon. And the push for digital distribution, the force of always on, the push for always on, the push for digital distribution, the push for a multiplayer, the push for microtransactions, the push for DLCs, the push of unfinished games, of patched games, the push of poor PC ports. It's a mess. I think it's a hot mess. Stinking pile of shit. I don't know. I really don't know. And on the other hand, you have on the PC side of things, you have this frenzy about the new hardware and the unending cycle of upgrading for the sake of upgrading, because the hardware cannot keep up, not because it's not worthy. We have insane computing power at hand, but the level of programming is so terrible and the optimization is so poor that you have to compensate for the bad code with more and more powerful hardware. It's crazy, it's insane. I mean, a 15-year-old kid has nowadays in his room the same computing power that NASA had. NASA combined in all of its laboratories and stations had back in the 50s or 60s. It's crazy, it's crazy. And talking about NASA, I remember seeing on the Computer Chronicles this particular video, if I remember to have the link in the description, of an Atari game simulating the space rocket launch rendezvous with the space station. Oh, it was a simulation of the of Columbia, the space shuttle. If you go and watch this video, you will be amazed at how it was possible for this incredibly underpowered and primitive piece of hardware like the Atari 2600 to even remotely be able to simulate such a sophisticated and complicated process like a space flight. And of course today you have such games like the Kerbal space program, which I played last year, and it's absolutely amazing. If you see the videos that people have made with the journeys around the solar system, the add-ons that they have put in this game, simulating all the trajectories and the minute and complex procedures that you have to take into consideration. I'm sorry. In order to navigate through the planets, yes, to make interplanetary travels. It's amazing, but at the same time you have all these games that are so repetitive and so unoriginal and so boring, but they are selling like hotcakes because the people are getting used to them. They are franchises, they are the safe bets. And I don't know, I hope that the small software companies, the independent developers save the day, and I have high hopes for them that they will be able to reverse this trend where things are going with the modern gaming. And I also like another trend with low-powered computers and minuscule small form factor machines that have substantial computing power and graphic prowess to be able to to run even some of the more demanding games and other kinds of other types of intensive pieces of software. And on that front, I was surprised and disappointed to see Intel backing off from the entry-level market. I think they are, along with the dismissal of some, how many, 11,000, so many people, which is very sad, because Intel is a colossal company. So along with the dismissal of so much staff, so much personnel, so many people, workers, they said that they are abandoning the low-powered Atom series. They are backing off from the cheap, you know, the small factor, form factor mini PCs and cheap tablets. And this came at a time when the newest, the Cherry Trail Atoms were really starting to move along. With there was a flood. There is currently a flood of such cheap systems especially from Chinese makers. But unfortunately, because of the low margin of profit, Intel has decided to move upwards with Core M processors and the Apollo architecture that is about to be introduced. So it all remains to the to ARM processors to push the low end. And I'm curious to get my hands on some of these cheap Chinese media players that can also serve as mini PCs and cheap game machines. Such systems have processors from companies like MediaTek, and other such companies, and we find such Rockchip, the RK series of processors, and the PowerVR GPUs, the Mali GPUs, which are getting quite powerful. They can easily emulate all the, you know, the old systems. But now you can find them for you can find small factor mini PCs which can double as media players and game machines. You can find them in ridiculous prices, 40, 50 euros. And there are so many of them. There's a flood of OEMs and Chinese and Taiwanese based manufacturers. So hopefully I'm getting one of these to test the waters, to see if those systems can be used for multiple scenarios, not just for gaming but for casual, computing, browsing, and stuff. And of course the Raspberry. I got a Raspberry Pi 2 Plus. Not the latest model, not the Raspberry 3. And I wanted to try it, and I have already tried with the conventional scenario views, the XBMC, now the Kodi media player, but I want to try other applications as well. So yeah, that's that. This was a weird encounter, a weird development now. I was expecting the my purchase of a new console to be more exciting. And of course I've seen the Xbox One in action before. I don't know how it is now with the latest update, but during the first few months, with the early versions of the operating system, which was based on Windows 8, oh dear, the machine was getting so slow. If you installed the 4 or 5 games and you fiddle a little with the downloads, and you downloaded some movies, and you filled up approximately 50% of your hard disk, then it all crawled down to the machine was so slow. It took it ages to boot up, to shut down, especially shut down. I hope they fixed most of this, and I think they are moving to a Windows 10 based OS for the Xbox One. I don't know, I haven't followed the progress of this, the different versions of the Xbox operating system, but I think now it's more or less aligned with the whole Windows 10 progress, because they are trying to make a homogeneous environment for all across their devices. So yeah, I hope it's a good experience. I hope it will not bust my nerves. But at the end of the day, it's just an APU based PC. It will never compare with my Core i7 gaming PC with a GTX 970. I mean, that was my big investment for this for the second half of this decade. Okay, I mean, I might as well spend the next 4 years until 2020 with this system. It was so expensive, and it was my main focus for my gaming, for my work, for every project that I do. So yeah, the Xbox One is an oddball in all of this current situation. So yeah, it was a strange sentiment, but we'll see. It's never a loss to experience new things and to to have a new piece of hardware in your collection. Of course, it's still there are games like the Quantum Break that I'm gonna definitely gonna take a look, which look amazing on the Xbox One, and it's the Forza series are amazing, both in audio, and visual. The technical merits of the game. Yeah, there. I hope there are many redeeming qualities for this console. I don't have my hopes high up, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So yeah, that's that, and that covers this serious video, wearing the serious kind of glasses. Yeah, so